cold world, a cold one. It's a cold, cold world. Yeah. It's a cold, cold world, a cold one. It's a cold, cold world. I've been looking to the stars like I'm a astronaut, and this pain hurts so much, so I smoke that gas a lot. I've been hiding from myself cause I tryna get cut, and you know I right my wrongs. That's some shit that I can't stop now. I've been searching for my
I saw it the other day, man. That moon plays on the way. First time when I saw the moon. All right, what up, family?
Hey.
What up, family? What's going on?
Hey.
What is going on?
Bmore, what's up, everybody?
Oh, we got a lovely guest in the house tonight. Well, I'm just gonna let her introduce herself real quick, and we have
Michelle Hudnall with HJM Property Management.
Okay. We got Michelle in the house for property management.
HJM.
HJM Property Management. But before we get to her, we're gonna go to my brother over there. Let me go talk to my brother. How you doing, Eric? Man, I ain't seen you in a minute, bro.
It's been a minute.
I'm gonna tell you this, brother. I'm gonna tell you this.
What happened?
Happy Turkey Day, bro.
Yes, sir. Gobble gobble.
So
that was good.
Happy Turkey Day. Michelle, happy Turkey Day to you.
Yes.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Relaxing.
Okay, that's short and sweet, huh? Short and sweet.
Right, yeah.
Nothing exciting.
No, because I was cooking, and that's relaxing.
Oh man, don't you talk about no cooking and you cook some Thanksgiving. No, I'm just playing. All right, we're gonna go with my brother here, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Go ahead.
It's been a couple of weeks since I've been here, but
I know, man. You kicked me to the curb. That's how you do this, brother, man. I thought, man, it was cool in the game, man.
Good.
What's up with Lil? I love you, baby. I love you. Go ahead.
Representing, yeah, so it was, I had to work a little bit, and then had family in town because the holidays was coming up.
Okay.
So, it was beautiful. I missed y'all.
Yeah, right. You ain't got to lie to me to kick. I'm gonna be your friend anyway. I'll be your friend anyway, man. You got to lie to me to kick.
But it was good. It was beautiful. It was beautiful spending time with family.
Oh man, awesome, man. Did you have family come in, or did you spend time with your family for the holiday?
I did. My sister hosted this year, so
man,
it was nice.
I didn't get no invitation.
I'm gonna invite you next year.
All right. I'm gonna tell
you missed my turkey. My turkey was good.
Don't even say a word.
Sorry, I can't
Don't you say a word about no food.
I don't know why I keep talking about food.
All day I eat nothing, bro. I eat nothing. I was just saving it.
I didn't either. Because I thought I was going to have time.
It's all good.
All right, you got to tell the people. Just tell them. Tell them I was supposed to cook,
family.
and I didn't cook.
I'm going to say, Michelle.
So it's family,
now we were family. Now you're
tell
family.
The people. Go ahead,
tell the family. I'm going to tell the family.
Go ahead, tell
family. Michelle supposed been bringing us something to eat tonight. And she said, Dennis, I'm gonna throw down. We gonna what you want? She even let me put a request in. You said, look, a request, and I didn't eat anything all day, just waiting on this.
And you know that's not why you ain't eat all day. But you can blame me, okay?
It's all good. But good to see you though. Good to see you. Good to see everybody was safe during this lovely holiday season.
Yeah, so, it was a beautiful season.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it was kind of cold a couple of days.
Yeah, it was.
But that's, it can't be summer all the time.
Yeah, it can. So, what's up, Maria? How you doing? Michelle, what does that say? Him was starving. You're right. Hey, man.
Right.
Hey, man, we missed the Zen moment, brother. Do you have any Zen moments for us?
A little bit. But, the Zen, you can always do Zen. All you got to do is stop for a second.
Okay.
Breathe, you know what I mean? It's always a Zen thing. You can do Zen anytime, anywhere.
Okay.
So, Zen is a everyday thing.
Okay.
It's a constant thing.
Okay.
It's every moment, actually. They say like every moment, every time you breathe in, breathe out, recognize it, pause, is always a Zen moment.
Okay.
But it was good. Like I said, this weekend was, family time. It was nice having, I had 3 beautiful daughters come in town.
Awesome.
It was a beautiful thing. And it just, nothing's Zen really. But it, had me thinking, young girls, strong, beautiful girls, and as a parent, they had questions and about life and questions about things, and it just had me thinking, like you talk about all the time, or we talk about all the time. A lot of the answers is inside you. At least that's kind of where I was. A lot of my answers came kind of.
I understand.
They were asking me questions. I was like, y'all smart, and a lot of stuff usually is inside of you. You know what I mean? Like we all, we always talk about. If you just pause, settle, stop for a second, trust yourself, trust your instincts, trust your life story, and usually it because I feel like one of our directives in life, or one of our purposes is help each other, to build up each other,
Agreed.
And as long as you be of service to each other. And so if you have a question, or if you got a question about to do something, what direction to take, I think if you just stop and think about it and be like, ask yourself, is it helping others? Is it, going to uplift somebody else? If it's going to uplift yourself, and then that's usually the way to go. If you stop and think about it, that's usually the way to go. Just trust your instincts, trust your inside. You usually the answer, Zen-wise, usually the answer usually comes up if you just stop and think about it. And so that was some of the advice, for my kids. Like I said, they had some life questions and stuff like that.
Understand.
And it was usually kind of Zen-wise, it's inside. If you just stop, breathe for a second. Trust your instincts. Trust the process.
Man. I love it, man. I love it.
It usually,
I love it, man. That's your Zen moment.
That's it. You know what I mean? It's already inside you.
Oh, awesome, man.
It's already inside you. Just stop for a second.
You be giving these powerful Zen moments now. We looking for a sponsor for these Zen moments now. We're looking for a sponsor. We have some powerful Zen moments. Hey, April, how you doing? Good.
Right.
Good to see you. Good to see you back. You have some powerful Zen moments, man.
Yep.
I was usually you started your Zen moment. I would say, what the hell are you talking about? But I say that when you start, but in the end you bring it back in. But this time you didn't have me baffled at the beginning. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. But you did good, though. Yeah. But it was awesome, man. It was awesome.
It was, but it's still, sort of life, because we're usually used to like treating life like an academic kind of thing. Like, you go to the professor, he tells you the answer, or you go to a teacher and he tells you the answer.
Okay.
And it's sort of like the Zen stories usually start like that too. Like somebody, wants the meaning of life and whatever, you go to the Zen teacher, but it usually flips it back and be like, it's usually inside you. You already know the answer.
That's true.
And
that's true.
Most religious practices, most anything, like, what I mean?
True.
The answer is like usually inside of you. You kind of got your thing. So that was,
That's awesome. That's powerful. That's powerful, man. I love it, man. Yeah.
Stop, dig deep, and it's there.
Awesome, man. Man, I love it, man. Hey, hello, family, man. I'm gonna start off. Look, my name is Dennis, man, and everything you said, brother, I agree 100%. Like you said, our motto for this show is your talent will make room for you,
right.
And your talent lies on the inside of you. Like everything you said was true. You call it Zen, I call it God. Some call it whatever they want to call it. But then in reality, it's still on the inside of you. And you still have to get up and you got to put the forth and effort to get it done. And whatever you do, you can say one thing, I can say another, but their meaning is the same.
Right. Yep.
So all I'm saying is, same thing as karma. If you go out there and you put out this negative action and energy, that's what you're gonna receive back in.
Right.
And that's the same thing you was talking about.
Right.
As if you still gotta wake up and see, what can I do for other people?
Right.
How can I serve? How can I build service? But like I said, it's powerful. We still looking for that sponsor for the Zen moment. But anyway, yeah, man, that's all I got to say, man. I'm glad to see everybody, and that's what this platform is about. So we have our lovely Michelle. Do you want to introduce yourself and just say a little bit about anything you want to say to the people?
HJM, that's what you said before.
Okay, that's the first question. You want to start off with the question? Go ahead. Jump into it.
HJM? HJM is a property management company.
Okay.
8 years. What's this year? 2023.
Okay.
So going on 8 years in business. Started very small out of frustration, like many of my businesses do.
Okay.
If you want something done, just kind of do it yourself.
Amen. That's it.
But we help investors maintain their properties and get quality tenants in place.
Okay.
So the H is for Hudnall.
Okay.
The J is for Jackson, and the M is for Murphy.
So is that 3 owners then?
It is not, but
3 owners?
the idea came from that.
Okay.
And so,
Okay.
Yeah, so hence HJM.
Nice.
And yeah, that's pretty
Okay, I have a question there, since we're jumping right into the property management there. So do you only serve the Baltimore area, or how far do you serve if somebody want to use your service as a property management then?
And Baltimore City, County, and other surrounding counties. So currently we are in Baltimore City, Baltimore County, Anne Arundel County, and Harford County.
Nice.
Okay.
Different states, just Maryland.
Just Maryland.
Just
right
Maryland.
now.
So
Okay.
the question I have, we got a lot of people that is in a lot of different places. So if somebody looking for property management, what would a person look for? What was if say, look, I need somebody to take care of my property. What's the first thing I'm going to look for in the property management? Because the reason I'm saying this because I heard horror stories about property management, and because they get the wrong property management from the start. So what would be your advice to someone that say, I need a property management, because this information that you would give won't just serve the surrounding counties, it will serve
anyone, anywhere.
Real estate in general.
Real estate in general.
Right.
So what was something that you would say if you wanted a property management company to take on my property? What would your advice be? What would your main things be?
You want to know. First of all, you want to have a good understanding of what your needs are.
Why do you need a property manager?
Why do you need a property manager?
Okay.
A lot of people don't think that they need property managers, and I have some clients who self-manage as well and only utilize some of my services. They don't utilize all of my services, and they do very well self-managing. So, though, of course, my company does a great job. But you can self-manage as an owner if you wish to. But the reason why a lot of people don't do that, because one, they just simply don't have the time to chase tenants down, to follow up and get the rent payments, to file evictions if they have to deal with the maintenance issues, which is most of the reason is that kind of stuff. The things that require a tenant to contact you over and over and over again. And so they don't want to do it. Most of my clients, I would say about 70% of our clients are not in the state. Some are even abroad. So those clients rely on us to do everything, and for them, it's an all-around service. They just say, just let me know what it is, keep me in the loop.
I got you.
So you want to, if you're looking for a property manager, one, understand the need you have, because you may not need a property manager to do all things for you. Maybe you just need a property manager to handle an eviction for you, or maybe you need a property manager to just manage the tenants for you, but you can do the maintenance yourself. So you want to know, what are your needs and what does this person offer? Is this all inclusive? Can these services be a la carte? What are the charges for those services? Because there is a charge for every service provided by a property management company. Because it's not a lucrative business, but steady growth will allow you to get where you want to be. But time is money.
True that.
So I always tell my kids, it's either going to be your time or it's going to be your money, but either way it's going to cost you.
And it's convenient.
And most of my clients don't come to me until they've had a bad tenant. So once they've had a bad tenant, they're like, I don't feel like dealing with this, I don't want to do that, I need a property manager. And that's not the time, because that means you didn't do the homework to figure out what your needs are, because being a landlord is being a business owner. Some people don't think that, but that's your business. And so you have to know what your need is so that you know the right questions to ask. So you want to know, what is the maintenance fees? What are the monthly fees associated with managing a property? It's usually a percentage. Some people do a flat fee. What are the fees for placing a tenant? How much will it cost me? What do my turnover fees look like? All of these costs can add up.
Well, these questions these are the questions that you should ask a property management, or ask yourself before you go to a property management.
You should ask a property manager, what are your fees? What does your agreement or your contract look like? How long do I need to be in a contract with you? Is there an end date? I have a renovation coming up. Is that a separate fee? The answers are yes, yes, and yes. But then the question becomes how much? Because again, it's your time or your money. So now, this costs $5.99, or this is 8%, 10%. Now, does it make sense for me to utilize your services for these services and not those? So that, depending on what your business needs are.
So you definitely do so you have a price sheet. Like, so if I come to you and I say, well, you kind of help with that too. If I say, I don't know what I want, I got this property, I don't know what I want. You got your price sheet, and you say, I can do this for that, and do this for that, this for that, and this for that.
And I always provide the agreement before we have that discussion. I'll say, hey, let's schedule a meeting, but before we meet, let me send you my agreement so you can look it over. Because you might not know what questions to ask, especially if it's your first property. Then you can read over the agreement and get an idea of what questions to ask. And I welcome it. I mean, no one is is a one size fit all.
Right, exactly.
What's for me might not be for you.
That's true.
So I want you to call other property management companies, ask their questions.
I got you.
I don't know if they're better than me, but
Of course not. Of course not.
but they might be for you and the way you prefer to do business and prefer to communicate and all of that, and that's okay.
We're going to chat right real quick. Eddie said hello. That's my brother. Hey, Eddie, how you doing? Love you, man.
Hey, Eddie.
Hey, Eddie. Sure, glad to show up. Maria said, okay, this is Maria said, what make you start your property management company? If someone want to start their own company, what can they do to get it started? What made you start your? There's a couple of questions. What made you start your property management company? And if somebody else wanted to start, what can they do to get it started?
So I started my property management company because I owned a house and I was moving, and so I was going to be a landlord because why not, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I thought then.
Right. It's always easy.
And I was like, okay, well, I really want to get into the investment. This is the start of my investment career. I was like, I really want to be an investor. This is a great way to start. It was my starter home. It was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath right here in East Baltimore. And I was like, okay, I'm going to manage it myself. And then I knew a couple other people who wanted me to manage their properties, and then so that was the start. Mm-hmm. And I stayed at 5 doors, meaning managing, at this time they were all like row homes, so 5 individual houses for a really long time because I was working a full-time job. And I just managed those properties.
Okay.
And then I was like, this could be more. Like, I could help more people because on my block, it was other houses that were dilapidated that I was like, if they just fix them and just get a quality tenant in there, like I could do this for people. Because I'm really tired of Baltimore being run down by slumlords and stuff like that. So if you have somebody in place that could do the hard work for you, then you can just keep growing and making money. So that made me want to scale. So I had to start doing a little more research on how to scale, on systems in place, on how to not raise flags for real estate fraud and things like because real estate is a big like laundering business, and I wanted to know what systems I could put in place where I had to deal with that, and how can I scale but still be a small company, because it costs money to hire people, pay people, and things like that. So for a long time, it was just me trying to figure it out. But I did a lot of research on property management systems, how to do my agreement. What does that mean? Talk to attorneys, talk to an accountant, how to keep my books, things like that. Because now it's not just my money and a little handful of people. It's a lot of people's money. So that's what made me start the company.
Okay. So are you taking on any more clients now?
Yes.
Okay. So what I like for you to do now, I want you to look at take camera 3 then. Look at that camera right now. I want you to give out your information, and so if somebody wanted to contact you, give all your information out that you need. Somebody can contact you on your socials, whatever, social media. So give the people, the family, give the family information.
If you're looking for property management services, you can contact us at HJM Property Management or HJM Enterprise at 301-828-1851, or contact us at HJMEnterpriseLLC.com. And we are on Instagram and Facebook at HJM Enterprise LLC.
Yep, that's the key words. HJM. You can find her anywhere.
So is there? So you say you want to stay small, and I want to make this broad too. But so you want to stay small. So
I don't want to stay small. So if that's what I said, let me correct that.
Okay, you said small. So okay.
So I want to scale.
Okay.
But I want my team to scale as my business scales.
Is there a certain number of properties that you won't take at this time, or you'll take any amount of properties at this time right now?
Right now, I wouldn't take over 20 properties right now.
Hey, talking about like a complex.
A complex. Or it could be individual, but I'm capping at another 20.
Okay.
Because I need to sustain at that.
Okay.
And hire another team member.
Okay.
Because we're transitioning right now. We're actually in the process of hiring another team member.
Okay.
So as we scale, the team needs to grow, because the quality of service starts to take a hit. And that's with any business. The larger you get, you have to make sure you maintain the quality of service. And so things start to get busy, if you don't have the maintenance team, if you don't have the management team to be able to show the properties, because we have available units, but we need to be able to get people in the units, and that requires a team.
I think you.
So Aaliyah, I think Aaliyah.
Okay, you go ahead.
Aaliyah kind of asked about the same thing you were just talking about. Do you foresee yourself going nationwide, or are you going to just keep it local?
I would love to expand nationwide, of course. That's long that's long game, vision board stuff right there. I'd say in the next 1 to 3 years, definitely Pennsylvania and Virginia. I'm also a real estate agent licensed in Maryland and Pennsylvania, so it would make sense to just continue to grow. But yeah, absolutely, nationwide would be amazing. But you have to, it's a lot of laws and very, very legally driven real estate laws. So you have to make sure that you can sustain and have the right team. I don't want to grow just to grow and make a lot of money. I don't want that. I want to provide a quality service, and I want to be able to do it properly. Like, I'm big on reporting. I need to be able to explain every dollar that flowed through my business.
I got you.
And so in order to do that, you have to be aware of what's going on. So part of the reason why I've scaled so slowly is because I'm very hands-on, and I'm learning to not be so hands-on right now. Okay. It's kind of killing me. But
Yes. So if somebody's, I know laws are different everywhere. So, but if somebody's like, say, North Carolina or California, just want to call and ask you a question, will you be able to answer them their question, or you don't have time for that to answer a question for someone out of state?
Well, I may not be qualified to answer that question, so it would depend.
Could you point them in a direction where they need to go to get an answer? If somebody listens to this program, or they come across and say, I need to ask the question, could you point them in the right direction or something?
I could absolutely connect them with somebody locally that may be able to.
Awesome.
Right. If I'm looking for a property, for example, too, I mean, and it's awesome that you do the real estate side of it too. That's beautiful. But like, if I'm looking for, say, a property, let's say I'm moving out of state, moving to Maryland, and I say, hey, I need a 3-bedroom, just something you can answer, you can kind of help with, like, based on the properties you manage. Obviously, you have a list of properties available. So, yeah.
And on our website at hjmenterprisellc.com, under the properties tab, we have available units listed there, as well as Zillow. As well as Zillow. And Dennis does have one available.
I said slid that in on the download. But anyway, okay, Aaliyah has, I'm sorry, you good? Aaliyah had something. She said, have you considered a student division for off-campus housing near universities, colleges, and junior colleges?
I absolutely have. And
that's a good question.
So because I'm also a realtor, and most of my clients are investors, that is something that's really big. And so I don't know who's from Baltimore and who's not, but right now Morgan State has a housing crisis.
Yes.
And properties around there I have so many properties around Morgan State, and one of my clients, I have several favorite clients, but one of my client couples, that's one of my favorites, they do student housing in and around Morgan State, specifically just to feed the housing need.
Awesome.
That's beautiful.
Awesome. So do you help? You say you do real estate. Do you help investors to find a property also?
Absolutely. I help investors find a property, and what makes me different from other agents, because I'm sure it's many amazing agents out here, right? But what makes me different, I don't think so, but it's for another day. What makes me different is that I'm gonna analyze the property from a sales standpoint and from a rental standpoint. So you're gonna know going into the purchase, okay, these are the comps for this property here, because Baltimore is not like every market, and I don't think people understand that. You may understand that, Dennis, because you're here in Baltimore.
Dennis. This is about HJM.
Baltimore is not a typical market if you live in some of the surrounding counties like PG County, Montgomery County, where you're looking at what houses are selling for, and you can go a mile out and say, okay, well, this house sold for $600,000. In Baltimore, you probably want to stay within 0.1 mile of that property, at most 0.25, and even then, you might need to know what neighborhood you in, because the comp can be very different. What a comp is, because let me just say, people might not know what a comp is. A comparable property to the property you're interested in purchasing.
I got you.
Needs to be apples for apples.
I got you.
So I can pretty much tell you within about maybe 15 to 20,000 what that appraisal going to come back to.
I got you.
And I can tell you each way too. I can say, okay, well, if the appraiser's from Baltimore, this is what it's going to look like. But if the appraiser's not from Baltimore, this is what it might look like.
Okay, you talking about? I'm gonna go to B-Love. I got a question. I'm gonna go to B-Love. B-Love first. B-Love say, what is a quality tenant? What do you consider, or what do you consider quality tenant? I think that's what you're saying. Or how do you find a quality tenant? How, as B-Love, I'm gonna say, how do you find a quality tenant?
Well, let me answer the question the way it's written.
Okay.
And then if it's not the way. Is it a she? Or
it's a she. It's B-Love.
The way
DJ
she's
B-Love,
asking, then she can let us know.
Okay.
A quality tenant is a tenant with a credit score can vary. Let me say that. People want a 700 credit score. 700 credit score does not mean quality tenant. Okay? 700 credit score may read like a person pays their bills on time, but that doesn't mean that that's an overall quality tenant. We have some amazing tenants that come through your housing program, some amazing tenants that may have a 620 credit score. Specifically for us, a 620 or better is a decent tenant, especially post-COVID. Pre-COVID and post-COVID are very different. If you want to just recognize that life happened and people lost jobs and went through a lot, right? So when you look at their credit report, they don't have a ton of delinquencies. They have established credit. Established credit is a credit mix, the same thing a lender's looking for, but we're just looking for you pay your bills on time. And you don't have delinquencies. Okay. Some people have low credit scores because they don't have established credit.
Okay. Right. So your property management group will actually go through and do all the research to find all this information out for the tenant. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
A quality tenant is a person that could provide employment history and information, and landlord history and information, and verifiable. I'm heavy on the verifiable. We get a lot of tenants that contact us and they submit applications, and we can't verify their employment and we can't verify their rental history. It's scamming is real. Okay. And so if you can't verify the information, then it didn't happen.
Yeah. Okay. So you talk about people trying to manage it themselves. So that's definitely something that's like a unique kind of skill to know how to verify clients and that kind of thing. So like everybody, I can't go buy property today and be able to do kind of what you can do just based on your particular kind of skills and your education and that kind of thing, right? So it's difficult. You
can use a system. Some people use a system,
but you gotta know what you're doing. Right.
You have to, and you have to be able to follow up. And I'm gonna be honest,
and that's the
I don't do that part.
Right.
Okay. So
that's what that team is for.
So my team does that part. I don't do that part. So it definitely takes a team. It takes time and dedication to be able to follow up with employers. Sometimes we're trying to contact employers for days at a time to get this, making sure the paperwork is in line. So you want to be able to verify all the information and make sure this person has a decent rental history, pays their bills on time. Yes, you can look at credit. 700 credit scores is great. Right. I'm just saying that doesn't mean that's the only way you're going to get a quality tenant.
And that's what I'm saying, right? That's why I come to HJM, because, it's easy. You can go Google some stuff, but, that's why you go to the professionals with a team that can back you up and all that kind of stuff.
I have another question about real estate. Your real estate agent. Do you do commercial or just residential on your real estate?
I do commercial as well.
Also?
Yes.
So what's
I'm a certified commercial.
Okay. What's the difference between a commercial and residential then? If you're trying to buy if somebody looking for if somebody want to get into the real estate market and they say, well, I don't know if I want to buy a commercial building, I don't want to buy real estate. What would your advice be to a person say, I don't know which one I want to buy, which one I should do? What would your advice be? to that person?
My advice is always a tough question because I ask a lot of questions before.
Okay.
So my question would be, what's your strategy?
Okay.
What's your goal?
Okay.
How much do you have saved? Because that down payment could look very different. So you could get a residential property and maybe only need to put 15% down as an investor, but you get a commercial property and now you're required to have 25%.
25 to 30.
25 to 30, correct. Yeah. And are you working with a commercial lender? Because anything that is 4 units or more is considered commercial.
Yes.
Right.
And any property that is mixed use is considered commercial. So maybe it's a duplex, but one part is a business and the other part is an apartment, but that is a commercial property. So you have to be working with a commercial lender to be able to know what is required from the lender to make that purchase. And it's going to be a significant difference from residential.
So,
is there a different license too? Like, so I know you're an agent. Like, just going through the process of being an agent, is there a commercial real estate licensed agent and then a residential agent, or?
No. So commercial agents have real estate licenses. However, if you choose, it depends on your broker. Okay. At my brokerage, if I choose to practice only commercial, I can't sell residential.
Gotcha.
But I can sell residential and practice commercial. But I can only sell a certain amount of commercial units a year.
Gotcha. Yeah. Right.
So which one you prefer? Which one you like doing the most?
Well, I mean, I like commercial because the commercial commissions look different.
I know what you mean.
Right.
With commercial, one rental is a sale.
I got you.
So it looks very different.
I got you.
But as long as I'm in the realm of helping people, it doesn't matter.
That's all it's all about. So how's the market in Baltimore? I like to keep it broad, but I know you based in Baltimore. So how is the market in Baltimore?
Oh, we can keep it broad, but in Baltimore, things are still moving in Baltimore.
Okay.
Not as much as they were. In COVID, it was hot, smoking. But I think the market in general, has taken a hit with people scared of a looming recession. Interest rates back up. I say back up. People say, "Oh, they so high," but interest rates were 6-7% before.
Yeah, they were.
Before COVID.
Yeah, they were.
You know what I mean? This isn't not uncommon. So I think people are waiting for interest rates to go down.
I think interest rates were 15%, 10% on commercial.
I think
in the 80s.
I was gonna say. I think that was. I don't know about that.
I ain't but 25. That's something I read.
That's something you read?
That's something I read.
I think I read that.
That's something I read. I read something.
Yeah. So we try to help the family, help people interested in the thing.
That's it.
So what does it? We talked about how what made you decide to be a broker. So the real estate licensing process, like how is that? Because I know there's, like you said, it's very legalistic, and like how hard is that process becoming?
To get
an agent?
An agent?
Yeah, to
it's not hard.
Agent. Okay.
I wasn't even an agent at first.
What we like to hear. Okay.
I was doing property management for years before I became an agent. I didn't become an agent until 2020.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's this year? Yeah, so it's been 3 years. And I got pissed off. A deal fell through because of my agent. And I was like saying, fire. And I called my sister, I call her my sister-in-law, but she was my partner, Tia. And I said, I had a lot of words, but I was like,
Tia. Hello, Tia. Shout out to Tia. How you doing, Tia? Hey, is Tia watching this tonight?
I don't know.
Tell her if you say no, you and I got a problem. I know I cut you off, but you did not.
I did tell her, but I don't think I told her the time. You gonna get me sidetracked.
Okay.
So we had a deal. I had a property that was under contract, and I felt like the seller was trying to be slick, right? Trying to finesse me. So it was in the middle of COVID. A decent property. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Gwynns Falls Parkway, but the houses over there are beautiful. The tree line is beautiful when you pass Mondawmin, and like it's nice, right? And it was like a for sale by owner, right? It was wholesale deal.
Okay.
So I saw the property. I saw what work needed to be done. It didn't need a ton. I did question, like, why isn't this young lady getting some assistance to fix her house up opposed to just selling it, right?
Right.
I know that's not a smart investment. Smart investor question, right? Because but I care.
Right.
So we went through the process. I had sent the closing funds, and I wanted to do the final walkthrough. And I said, okay, just let me know when it's okay to do the final walkthrough. At this part, the seller had an agent, and I got the deal through a wholesaler. Mm-hmm. And the wholesaler was like, well, you're getting the property as is. I said, yeah, without the tenants. I need to do a final walkthrough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, if I can't do a final walkthrough, then there's a problem. So we're supposed to settle on a Monday. It's Friday. So the seller wanted to know why I wanted to do a final walkthrough and wouldn't provide any access for the mortgage payment. So it was like I needed her login information because she was selling it subject to the existing mortgage. I can't get into the terminology right now.
Yeah. We need our license for that.
So fast forward, I couldn't do the final walkthrough. She hadn't moved anything out. She wasn't leaving. Mm-hmm. So the deal was dead. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this in the middle of COVID. At that point, I was like, I'm getting my license. This ain't gonna work for me. Right. Because this is too much. And then a second deal came up with a similar issue where we lost the contract by $2,000. When we told our agent we had a counter offer, and we wanted to put an escalation clause on it. And I don't want to get into all that, but we wanted to put the escalation clause on it so it automatically goes to the next price. And our agent didn't respond to us for 2 days.
Oh man, that's sad.
So I got my license.
So you got mad and you kind of
fire 0 to 100. So I went and got my license. It wasn't hard. It was $300. I studied the class and I took the test and I got my license. Awesome. But it's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, but not hard. Again, that's what we're doing.
If you're gonna get your license, you can pass the test, but you better have $1,500 to $2,000.
Some the chat says somebody said they live in that area. I have a question though.
You could have been the neighbor. You could have been, Event Solutions neighbor.
Yeah, no doubt. I have a question. I know I talk to a lot of people and they're thinking about getting into real estate, or they have real estate and they're thinking about managing on the property. So my question to you is, what advice would you give someone that wanted to start a property management company? What would be your advice to them? Do's, don'ts.
Do your research.
What kind of research? What if they don't know what kind of research to do? What would they research?
How to start a property management company.
Okay.
I promise you that's how I started. How to start a property management company, and research what systems work for a property management company. You have to determine what type of property management company you want to be.
Okay.
Like I said, I was big on systems. I know I'm dealing with people's money, so I researched how to set up equity accounts and trust accounts, and how to manage the different accounts within my system so I could track the money. Those things are very important.
Okay.
Develop a relationship with a banking institution.
Okay.
I bank with Harbor Bank, and I love my relationship with them.
I got to go check them out. Look, we got a question. Right. They said, I have an extra $20,000 to invest. They said, where do I start?
Give it to me. I got you.
So you want to invest in real estate with your $20,000? Are you telling me you want to purchase a property and use that as a down payment? Or are you telling me you want to start a consortium and with a team of investors? So yes to the first question. You have a property. You want to purchase a property. Okay, awesome. Well, on the realtor side,
get your information out. There you go.
On the realtor side, you can reach out to me at Shelette E. Bright on Instagram or Facebook. Or you can give me a call at 443-729-6232.
All right, that's beautiful.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Wild Event Solution, man. We appreciate you. Our family, all the family out there, we appreciate you. And by a couple more minutes, we got a question of the day. But go ahead. Any more questions?
We want to before we even get to that point, we want to talk about the sponsors. Our regular Norman. Let's do the sponsors, man. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. It's okay. That's what I'm here for. They don't pay me, but that's what I'm here for. I don't get paid, but that's what I'm here for.
You don't mind, but I pay. We're gonna do things, man. Look, y'all, look, hit that like button, subscribe, share, and man, we getting out some valuable information here. Like I said, I tell everybody, this information not for everybody, but it's for somebody, man. But yeah, right there, we're gonna go to our sponsors, man. We're gonna thank Norma D Treasures.
Norma D Treasures, yeah.
On eBay, she has an eBay store. She got thousands of items. She got new and used items. She's supporting the community, and just give her check her website out on eBay and just buy something, man. Christmas holidays coming up, and if you mention Bmore Pod on that joint, if you mention Bmore Pod on that joint, I'm sorry. 10%, baby. You mentioned Bmore Pod, 10%, baby.
Everybody's looking for a deal.
There you go. I digress a little bit, but yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt. Y'all go check them out, and I'm gonna go shoot shout outs to Collins, Lewis Collins II again. His Benjamin. Button's Last Days Incarceration. He's an author. We went there a couple of weeks ago, and we interviewed him. We should be able to put some of that information up. Another couple of weeks, we getting all that stuff chopped up.
Mobile stuff, like
mobile.
We're mobile.
We're mobile, baby. We're mobile.
That's crazy.
But we're gonna have it. He's supposed to be up in the next couple of weeks, and y'all go get his book on Amazon. He's a very intelligent brother that's trying to do something. He, like I said, he served his time. He wrote a book. He's writing 8 more books, and what he's trying to do, he's trying to make a difference in the community. Him and his brother. We met his brother. His brother wrote a book of poems, and they're just trying to make a change in the community, and that's what we're trying to do, man. I think there's enough of everything else out there, man. And if you want that other stuff that's not going to enhance you, you can go get it. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. And kudos to them, and we love them just like we love you. But we here give somebody information so they can excel in their talent within inside of you. If you're an author, if you're a writer, you're a property management, you're a real estate agent, this is what we do here, man. We give you a chance to showcase what's inside of you, because that's where, as the Zen master said earlier today, that's where it all is anyway. It's on the inside of you. As long as you take the time and go after your goals and your dreams, you can have whatever you want. And I'm a living testimony to that. Don't make me get on this table, start preaching it. but I'm telling you, man, But yeah,
that's what we're doing. Sharing knowledge. Again, helping each other out. The sponsors. Different businesses. That's the only way we can get up. Help each other.
That's it.
I'm doing it together and empowering each other and sharing and that's it. Knowledge, all of it.
All right, family. We're going to change. We're going to change up a little bit. We're going to get back. We got a question of the day, though.
What are we going to do?
We got a question of the day.
Okay.
We got a question. Okay, wow. It is hard to be a qualified tenant. Life is hard sometimes, beloved, but sometimes if you want something bad enough, you can be that quality tenant. That's what we tell everybody. If it's easy, sometimes it's not worth having. That's all I can say to that. Now, hello, beloved, nice seeing you, but a quality tenant, man, like you said,
it's not hard.
It's
it's not hard. The professional, there
really, it's not hard. So something that you really want to do. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy, but if something that you put your mind to do, really try to do it. If you really sit down and do it, I'm not gonna say it's be easy, but sometimes it won't be hard.
Yeah, but so life happened during COVID.
That's it.
And some people understand that, and some people don't. And what's for you is for you, and what's not is not. So sometimes you have to pay a higher security deposit because your credit isn't necessarily where it should be, and life happened to you, right?
That's true.
But then once you've done that and you've had your year, 2 years, or however long you choose to stay in that particular property, and you have good payment history, then it won't be hard the next time.
Yeah, that's true.
We all have had to start over sometimes and things like that, but don't let that discourage you.
That hurts. Starting over hurts.
Right. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, so there's a process. Yeah, basically, there's a process. Where you are now doesn't, it doesn't determine where you will be in a year or two, like you're saying. So there's a process. Yeah, talk to a realtor, talk to HJM, whatever.
There you go. Shoot it out.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're here for. Yeah.
I want to change. I want to do a question of the day real quick, though, because
let's talk about it.
Somebody got on me today, right? I'm gonna tell you where this question why it came up.
Right.
The question was,
what you done now?
The question is, this is the question. How long should you eat your Thanksgiving dinner after Thanksgiving?
3 days.
You said 3.
That's it.
That's it.
That's the amount of time it should be in your refrigerator. You eat before you trash it.
Well, I ain't even.
What if you cook it? When you put it in the microwave, don't it kill all the things?
don't heat kill germs.
Okay.
All right, when I'm with y'all, we going out to eat.
Yeah, look, family.
That's all I'm
What do
saying.
y'all think? We gonna go back to the conversation, but the question of the day is, how long should you eat your Thanksgiving or leftovers?
Wild
2
events.
days.
They told
Wild
2 to 3
events.
days. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna have to have a conversation with my wife.
You still eating your Thanksgiving
Hell
stuff?
yeah.
You still eating it? Okay.
We turned that turkey to turkey pie, turkey steaks. We
Turkey ice cream.
turkey olive oil. Man, I'm telling you, man, that was a big turkey. Go ahead. Donna said.
Yeah, what Donna say?
It was that recreate the food and free. Oh, there you look. Recreate the food and freeze that you can't eat now.
So
I didn't freeze nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So
Go ahead.
you gotta do that. So the day after Thanksgiving,
Okay.
I sliced the turkey up.
Okay.
Whatever I was gonna use for turkey and rice soup, I put in the freezer.
Okay.
The very next day, it went in the
Very next
freezer.
day.
And I only left out what we were gonna eat. Now I'm gonna put a disclaimer.
Okay. Oh, here come the disclaimer.
I'm gonna put a disclaimer.
Go ahead.
I operate a little different.
Okay.
Because I'm a chef by trade.
We see a chef.
Okay.
Well, go ahead.
So I operate a little different.
Okay.
In that
Okay.
sense, like, okay, we're not about to keep this turkey in the refrigerator till next Thursday because it gotta go.
Okay, so you just throw it
But
in
the very next day, I put what I want later. It goes in the. Now, if you want to take a little bit out in 2 days and thaw it and eat it, that's different.
so you do freeze yours?
Yeah,
also.
I freeze it.
Okay,
I only leave
okay.
out what we're gonna eat the next day.
I got you.
Yeah.
So then, how long can you freeze it? That's another. I mean,
Well, it depends on how you pack it. If you just put it in the freezer bags, it may only be like a couple months.
can you
But
save
if
it for
you
next Thanksgiving? And
That's what I'm saying.
That's your business. That's your business.
I ain't know no different neither.
My answer is no, but I mean,
This was my thought.
if you vacuum pack it, it might last.
My thought process was this, family. This is my thought process. My thought process: you eat the Thanksgiving leftovers until it's gone.
right. Yeah, that's what Maria said.
Or then you do a taste test. If it tastes a little slimy and it got a little smell,
Not Maria said, so where's the food for tonight? You just gonna keep throwing me under the bus? You just gonna keep throwing me under the bus?
well, what do you say, Eric? What do you say, Eric? How long?
I mean, I'd say a week. I mean,
A week?
But yeah.
5 days. Okay, what's a week? 5, 7 days. By 7 days, it should be gone.
Listen, okay, I'm gonna tell you how you can eat Thanksgiving for 5 to 7 days.
Right.
You go
Put
to
it in the
BJ's
microwave.
or Sam's Club.
No, just put that joint in the microwave. It's already cooked.
No, go to BJ's or Sam's Club and pack you some microwavable meals. You get the little containers with the sections.
Right.
Put your stuff in there. Pop that in the freezer. Take it out. Heat it up when you want to eat it. You gotta freeze it.
You gotta freeze it.
You gotta freeze it. You can't let it sit in the refrigerator.
You freeze yours?
I didn't. But I know now.
I know now.
Right.
If anybody got anything else to say about how long you should eat your, we only got like 10 more minutes. If anybody got anything else to say about how long you should eat your food, let us know. Let us know since we're going to come close.
You still eating Thanksgiving? For real?
Look, I thought didn't I just say
it was that good,
That's
right?
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that
I
means it
mean,
was good.
look,
It
it
was
took
that
you
good.
a whole year to plan this meal, and you only keep it for 3 days.
If you don't freeze it.
If you don't freeze it.
It does not take a year to plan the same meal you cook every year.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell you what. I bet you. I tell you what you did do this year. I can bet almost any amount of money.
What?
You said next year for Thanksgiving I'm going to do.
I did not, because all I
You
made was the
look.
turkey and the collard greens. I ain't do none of
But you
that.
already know. You already planned out your next year Thanksgiving.
I didn't.
You already
It's
said
not that heavy for me.
Is it already planned out?
I mean,
You already
the location.
You already planned it out. So did you already plan to get your turkey? You already planned. You already planned to get the turkey.
I don't plan on the turkey. I don't even eat turkey
you
like
plan on
that.
collard greens. You plan on pie.
I don't have to plan on it. Every year it happens. There's no plan
What I'm
needed.
saying, but you already it's already written down. This day I'm gonna have this, and this, and this. Right or wrong, true or false? Right or wrong, true or false?
A plan is a plan.
It's true because Thanksgiving happens every year.
I rest my case.
Let's go back.
We
Let's
got
go back to
some
serious stuff.
Let's
Let's go back to serious stuff.
Go be
Bring it
B-Love
back,
first.
B-Love, yeah. Let's
Go
back
B-Love.
to serious
Oh, that's
stuff.
a really good
Go
question.
Right. So
B-Love.
B-Love say, what aspects of public policy has an impact on your business as a property manager or a real estate agent? So like that's politics. That's public policy. What affects your what are you looking at like for property manager? And
That is an amazing question.
Yeah, it is.
Shout out to
It is. Yeah, be a shout out. Thank you, B-Love. Thank you. Love you, B-Love. Thank you.
That's an amazing question.
Yeah.
So, housing, anything pertaining to housing affects property management and affects me as a real estate agent. I will say that it's so a passion of mine. Let's talk about a passion of mine. I believe everybody should have quality housing. I believe if your credit is bad, you should have quality housing. I believe if you are a returning citizen, you should have quality housing. Everybody deserves quality housing, right?
Right.
And so with that being said, that doesn't mean I have to have systems and policies and procedures in place for my business to protect my owners. But I do believe in these things as well. So as it pertains to returning citizens, right? They talk about banning the box on applications for employment, but people don't know that sometimes some of that stuff doesn't show up in your background check if it's been so long. So you could be a returning citizen that caught a charge 22 years ago, and I can't find it even though you just got released a year ago. So some people are discouraged from applying for quality housing because of that. But it's certain questions as it pertains to public policy and housing and fair housing laws and things like that I can't ask anyway. Like I can't ask about your family makeup. I can't ask about your religious beliefs. Nothing matters except for the standard questions that are on the applications. And every year is, different policies that are taking place. As an agent, for instance, I'm not sure if you guys heard about the lawsuit that just happened with NAR and as it pertains to commissions and things like that. Like that affects how I do my job as an agent, how my brokerage performs as a brokerage. So we're very heavily mandated industry, which is why as a company I can't just let anyone do my marketing. I can't let just anyone do my advertising. Even on Facebook, when you go to advertise on Facebook as a property manager or as a real estate agent, it's a list of questions you have to answer, and your posts have to be within the laws that pertain to that. So I can't just say, hey, let me go get this intern college student to do my marketing for me, because I have to see every post. I have to make sure that it's given accurate information. So it's very heavily affected by public policy.
That's awesome, man.
You had a second question too.
Eddie said he's moving to Bmore. What's happening is our time is short. So what I would like to do is I want to start with you, Michelle. You got it. I want you to give out your information again, and if anything that you want to tell the family before you go, and if anybody have any more questions for Michelle and JHM, please go to. I said HJM. I didn't say HJM. I did say it, didn't I? But anyway. Okay. Look. Sometimes I just see stuff. Don't blame it on the head and not the heart. I'm sorry. But HJM. If anybody got any more questions for HJM, she's gonna give you all her information. Please hit her up on her media sites or anywhere she need to be. You can get in contact with, because our time is coming real short. So you got any closing words that you need to tell anybody about real estate, about your any business that you want to do, anything you want the family to know, how to contact you, just give them all the information and anything else you need to say.
Absolutely. If you need to contact us because you are looking for a property manager or you're looking for housing or placement, you can contact us at hjmenterprisellc.com or HJM Enterprise LLC on Instagram and Facebook. Our phone number is 301-828-1851. What was the other question?
Anything you want to say?
Any closing words, anything that you want them to know. You gave your information. Anything is in your heart. It can be anything. Now that the floor is yours. Anything that you want to say, it's on you.
Well, thanks for having me this evening. It's been nice.
That's good.
And remember that you deserve quality housing. All of you. You can buy a house. It's not an impossible goal. It can happen. You don't need a ton of money to purchase a property. You can buy investment properties to start setting up your generational wealth. And you can rent that temporary housing that you want to live in just for the next couple years while you save to buy your house, because that's also possible. Your goals are possible. Nothing is unattainable. You just have to strategize and put the plan to work.
Yeah, trust the process. Yeah, beautiful.
Good. Anything else? You good?
Nope, that's it.
Good.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Trust the process. That's pretty. That's pretty powerful right there. So yeah, thank you for coming. It's been fun. Like the time always flies by. You know what I mean?
Time's flying. We having
so
fun.
many more questions. It was fun having you here. Appreciate it. And yeah, family, same thing. Like treat each other well. Try to uplift each other is what we're doing. I know we talk about. Again, I like talking about. From the inside. And you're gonna make mistakes. You know what I mean? You're gonna make mistakes, but kind of like we're talking about now. You might have some issues in your past, issues on your credit, but life is I heard somebody say the other day, I'm gonna go my Zen.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Like just like living in these bodies is sort of a mistake. And it can sort of feel like a mistake because the first mistake we make is like forgetting that we're just being in our little human bodies. We forget that we're part of the universe. That we're separate from we assume we're separate from the universe because we're in this individual thing. But what I mean, it's just remember we're all part of the we came out of the universe. You know what I mean? We're part of it, and you belong here. We all belong here. You're gonna make mistakes, but keep it moving. All the good stuff's inside of you. Just keep moving. The practice is you keep the practice simple. You know what I mean? You start seeing clearly. You start smelling clearly. You start eating clearly. You start tasting clearly, and then things work out because sooner or later you start thinking clearly.
Okay.
Stop for a second.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's it.
Good.
That's all I got.
That's all you got. Awesome, man.
Everything. Good, beautiful information.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Hey, man. I think it was an awesome show. I really appreciate you for coming tonight and spending time with us at Bmore Pod. And we really couldn't do this without you. I mean, it was awesome information. The information you gave tonight, I think, was awesome. And I think if anybody want to get into the property management business, like I said, this is for you. Don't have to be here in the state. She gave some good information to. She gave you some good information to how to even get started. But like I said, man, all I got to say, family, I love y'all. And subscribe, share, like, and man, it's like it says on the inside of your talent will make room for you. Like anything you want is attainable. And you talking about mistakes, man. Mistakes aren't mistakes. It's just learning lessons, so you know what not to do. A lot of people say you never should ask why. There are a lot of some say you shouldn't ask God why. But the questions you should be asked, you should ask why. You should ask, okay, what can I learn? The two questions that you should ask yourself from a mistake is, what can I learn from this mistake? And if you look at it and say, I can't learn nothing from this mistake, absolutely nothing from this mistake, then you ask yourself this question: what can I do so this will not happen again? So those are the two questions that you ask yourself when you do what you say is called a mistake, because it is not a mistake. It's something for you to learn from. It's something for you to grow from. So it's actually not a mistake. It's something that's good for you. They said, I'm going to read this last one. Beloved say, I guarantee that working class people agree that it is hard to be a quality tenant. And Beloved, I agree with you 100%. But like this program is about, it's not, I'm a working class. He's a working class. Everybody that I talk to is working class, and they have affordable housing. I'm not affordable housing, but if somewhere or another they became a quality tenant. Because it's all on the inside. If a person said, I'm going to say this quote again that I tell my daughters all the time because I got to agree to close. A man that say he can't and a man that say he can, they're both right. The question is, which one are you? And those are my closing remarks for tonight. And family, I want to tell you I love you, and y'all come back, and I appreciate everybody come, and y'all make sure y'all eat that Thanksgiving dinner until it's gone. All right, I love y'all. Anything, we out of here. We got to go. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I love y'all. All right. It's a wrap. So yeah, man, it was a good show, man. I had a good time.
it's a cold, cold world. A cold one, it's a cold, cold world. Yeah. It's a cold, cold world. A cold one, it's a cold, cold world. I've been looking to the stars like I'm an astronaut, and this pain hurts so much, so I smoke that gas a lot. I've been hiding from myself cause I tryna get caught, and you know I right my wrongs, that's some shit that I can't stop now. I've been searching for my soul, cause it's been missing. Imagine cooking breakfast, bullets flying through the kitchen. How you wait for it to start your way like you fishing, cause if you get up, hit a little nigga, you gon' be wishing that you never do